Good morning, beautiful people.
Hey there, guys and girls.
So it's another beautiful day here in Prague. It's our fourth and final day, unfortunately. But today we are back at the castle. We just got off a tram. We had some breakfast at our hotel.
A little bit too much.
Yeah, I'm so rotund at the moment. But yeah, we're going to do another attempt at the castle because we desperately want to see the castle. I think in Czech it's called Pražský hrad. But yeah, today we're going to try to do that again because they didn't let us in with a drone the first time.
So no drone in the bag today.
So let's take you along for the ride. So when we were here a couple of days ago, we came at around about midday, so just after 12 o'clock. I think it was like 12:30 or so. And there were at least, I don't know, 1,000 people. But today we came a little bit earlier to try and avoid most of the people, and it seems to have worked. There are very, very few people going up and down this little walkway.
By the way, the hilltop we're going up now isn't that bad. Fortunately, my illness just won't take off, so this is a bit of a grind for me. I should actually be in bed, but I want to conquer the castle. Timing is essential. So when in Europe, if you want to do the tourist stuff, just wake up early. You'll do yourself a favor.
First impressions of this place is that it's less of like just a castle in the normal sense and far more of just a little town on top of the hill.
Yeah, so there's one building, one fort, and just a whole complex, really. Whoa.
So obviously you don't construct this enormous monstrosity of a complex overnight. And I think the construction of this castle complex started in the 9th century, so that would be like the 800s AD. And the newest addition to this complex is going to be the cathedral up here. And that one was only finished in the
1800s. They've been building on it for centuries. But,
and today it seems like they're doing some more construction and repairs, I guess.
Want some?
Luckily today we came prepared. We brought enough water, unlike the day before yesterday. You'll notice a little flag bobbing up and down every now and then. It looks pretty hilarious, but effectively that's the tour leader. That's just taking people around and making sure that she remains visible throughout the crowds.
It's actually really cute. Some of the tour operators use things like big flowers, and on the tram this morning we passed a group that looked like it was a tour group, but they're all dressed up. So think dressing up like Mario Brothers, Mario and Luigi, and men wearing pink wigs and dresses, like that kind of stuff. So we thought it was a party, but
well, there were also some people dressed up as Kiss, like the band. So yeah,
it's pretty fun. So at least the tour groups do get a bit creative, which is really fun to see. And we managed to sneak in a changing of security. Midday they do the full change of the guard. I think that's a bigger ceremony, but every hour from 7 o'clock to midday, what we just saw is basically what happens. So I completely forgot about that, so that was a treat.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And also there's a tower at the back here. They call it the mini Eiffel Tower. I don't think it's actually constructed to represent or look like the Eiffel Tower.
I just think that's like a
but it's just
nickname.
it's a local name for it. We've seen not too many, but a couple of cathedrals here in Europe. That one is mad. The detail in the stonework is pretty much more like a sculpture than an actual building.
Gotta love that Gothic style.
I'm sure it costs a fair penny to build.
Yeah, I think this is my favorite. It's just, it really makes me want to go see the Notre Dame now.
It looks like we stumbled onto some important people. If only we knew who they were. Oh my ball sacks, that's an old wall.
You probably shouldn't say.
And finally, we end our tour of the castle by taking a stroll through the gardens. There's a beautiful lawn and a beautiful set of gardens on the outskirts of the castle.
I love gardens, so it's really pleasant.
And the view from up here is just spectacular.
It looks like King's Landing. Sorry, I know, that's actually more focused in Croatia, but it's so beautiful. The city has all these like amazing red rooftops and old buildings. They randomly have cactuses here. That's strange. The roses I understand, and the beautiful green lawns, but cacti it's an odd choice.
And that concludes our visit of the Prague Castle. This time at least we managed to get inside and take a tour of the place, and it was well worth it. And if you go a little bit early, it's pretty amazing. There's obviously people, but it's not completely packed like it was when we were here the other day. But now we're going to head down to the Old Town and feast our eyes on some goodies there, and hopefully we're going to get something to eat there as well. We're very excited about what's to come. And now we've made it to the Old Town Square. They also have a church behind us here, which is, I think it's Lady Tyne's Church. And if you look closely, you'll see that the left tower is actually thinner than the right tower. We're not really sure why that is, but it's an interesting little factoid. And now it's time for some treats. And we've made it to our next destination. We desperately need some ice cream. It's again like a 24 odd degree day, and it's kind of hot. It doesn't feel like 23 degrees. And the place behind us, called Angelato, apparently has some really interesting experimental ice cream. So it's not your typical flavors that you would find in a standard ice cream shop.
No, they even have some vegetable flavors, and my little research I've done, they may have a very unique flavor, which is interesting considering that we're in spring. So since we've been in Germany, we found out that a very short period of time, asparagus is a huge thing. Basically everyone sells asparagus. It goes on special menus. Like it's a thing, and I think it's only because it's available for a couple of weeks or like almost a month or whatever, they just really push it. And when I looked at the menu online, they actually had asparagus flavor, so we're not going to try that today. I'd rather go for something a bit more fruity, but yeah, just interesting vegetable flavored ice cream. Very good.
Jeanette's isn't bad, but I definitely won. This coconut is literally like chunks of coconut, and the mango tastes like an actual mango, just iced. It's kind of amazing. That's pretty epic. So this ring wraith behind me is actually a commemoration of Mozart's Don Giovanni that first opened in this theater here in
1787, I think.
In 1787. That's pretty epic. So we made it to the Jewish quarter, but we're not going to be paying to go into one of these museums today, unfortunately. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to try to find something proper to eat. It's probably a traditional Czech dish or something.
Well, let's see if we can find a place.
This is why you try to do all of your tourist activities by midday. This is the St. Charles Bridge, which we showed in our previous vlog, but check this out. That is too many people, man. Too many.
Insane. It's so chaotic, but in a fun way.
So it was a real mission finding a place to eat.
And how?
Lots of walking, but we managed to find a spot and it looks really good. The beers here are delicious. If you ever get the privilege to try a Czech Lion beer, go for it.
I really like these, it's so cute. And they have the company name on, so when you're in Czech, if you come here, it's kind of hidden away, but it's near the river.
The place's name is Pivovar Narodny. Looks like a really good place, but we'll give you the verdict on the food shortly.
The beer is really good.
That's amazing.
And finally found it. So we're starting off with the traditional goulash soup. It just looks amazing. Look at that. It has its own little bread little cap. And it's so stewy and it's so beautiful. This is the svichkova, which is basically just roast beef, but the main important thing is, as you can see, it's served with the bread dumplings, which you use to dip in this amazing root vegetable creamy sauce. And they top it with a little bit of cranberry sauce. It looks really good. And you're supposed to really get in there, not like these little pansy dips. You need to cover it and smear it. So I'm really excited. That is super tender. That is yummy.
Alright, and on my side here we've got the beef goulash. It's basically exactly what you would expect it. It's like a oniony, meaty soup served in a hollowed out bread, like a bunny chow. But let's just give this a little bit of a taste. Oh, that is so meaty. That is so good.
It looks so good.
That is seriously amazing. So Jeanette just said that was probably the best meal that we've had in Europe so far.
I like sauces, so I like soups, I like stews, I like a lot of sauce. So this is right up my alley.
Yeah, good job, Czech. Best food so far.
So I think we're gonna actually call it here for the day. Tomorrow's a not so long travel day, but it's going to be an early day. We have to wake up early to catch a bus to Poland.
Yep.
And we still have to pack bags and catch up on a few errands again, because that's life now.
And Jeanette's still not feeling like 100%, so it's better to just call it early and try to get some rest.
This helps a lot. This really put me in good spirits, and I'm happy I got a beer today. I didn't have yesterday because of the whole throat thing.
Yep.
So yeah, I kind of just want to get into bed and try to finish all the packing stuff before that. So yeah, thank you for watching, everyone.
Stay awesome.
I will see you next time.